皆さん、こんにちは。Fallout4専門チャンネルへようこそ。このチャンネルは、月、水、金曜日の22時に、Fallout4の PC 版だけで6000時間以上プレイしているおじさんが、主にFallout4のモッドで遊んでいる動画を公開しております。
Good. You've arrived.
We know what's going on. Magnuson made contact. Well, kinda made contact. The good thing, too, we're already seeing gunners moving on Quincy.
Contact? How?
Dr. Magnuson transmitted some kind of signal which caused the comm array to explode. A rather crude message, but it certainly grabbed our attention.
Oh no, not again.
All right, I may have exaggerated for effect, but the transmission did blow out several of the array's components.
It forced us offline. But after some emergency repairs and workarounds, we got most things running again. And then, this message started playing.
I must apologize for broadcasting this data burst. It's at the very limit of what the comm array's hardware can process. As such, receiving this message will damage the array. But it is vital that you obtain the data I am sending. It may take some time for our communications to be re-established, but until then, you must begin an offensive on the settlement of Quincy right away. I am housed in a lab beneath the surface of this town, and now that the gunners know I'm here, it won't take long for them to reach me. You must not let this happen. You cannot allow them to take the Ingram tape. Now, listen. I formulated a plan for your offensive. First, you'll need
This next part, we had a little trouble decrypting. Probably because of the damage to the array. Some of the message is missing.
Okay, let's hear it.
This data must be downloaded to the holotape you recovered from Vault 111 before you attack Quincy. The plan will not work without it. I regret not always being forthright with you. But I am now prepared to confide in you fully, to reveal all. Defeat the gunners, secure the Ingram tape, and I'll reward you with everything I have the capability to offer. And if for reasons beyond my control, we do not speak again, know that outside of a few minor annoyances, it has been a pleasure. Magnuson out.
He needs our help.
That's it. That's everything we were able to retrieve. We tried contacting the doctor, but the array, it's still badly damaged.
What's this data the doc was talking about?
Oh, yes. The message included some kind of computer code. We downloaded it to the holotape as instructed.
Despite the gap in the message, the code we received seems whole and perfectly viable.
But we have no idea what it is or what it's for.
Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll work.
Right. The doc wouldn't have sent us something if it weren't important.
Regrettably, due to the corrupted message, there's no way to know Dr. Magnuson's plans for assaulting Quincy.
So instead, we've put together a plan of our own. Only, with such short notice, we're probably gonna need some outside help to pull it off.
But our plan calls for more support than we have available. We'll have to make some compromises.
You've got my attention.
As I understand it, this Ingram tape is the gunner's endgame. Once they have it, they win, and we lose.
So obviously we need to secure Quincy, and find Magnuson's lab as fast as possible.
But reports indicate gunners have already overrun the town, and we can expect a lot more on the way.
Let's hear this plan of yours.
The strategy we've devised, first, aims to reduce the number of gunners currently occupying Quincy, and then, to mitigate the eventual retaliation. To start, we deploy a strike team to attack Quincy from the north. We make it seem like this is our main offensive, but in reality, it's merely a diversion. With the strike team preoccupying the gunners, a second team will cut a path from the HQ to Quincy's main entrance.
That'll be the defense team. They'll stop any gunners from reaching the HQ and secure the route to Quincy, ensuring a steady flow of our troops can enter. After that, our focus shifts to eliminating any gunners remaining in Quincy and finding Magnuson's lab before any more show up.
What about that second part of this plan? You said something about mitigation.
Mitigating the gunners' ability to fight back is partially what the defense team will be doing. But there are more avenues we can pursue.
Well, tell me about the options.
Well, this is where that outside help I mentioned comes into play. We ain't got the capacity to do everything ourselves. Well, we do, but we'd make a real sloppy job of things if we tried. But if we had enough people backing us up...
Then we'd be able to delegate additional roles to support the assault, such as making use of dedicated technicians to disable or even sabotage some of the gunners' technology. Not to mention the possibility of artillery. Range attacks on incoming gunners would thin their numbers, reducing reinforcements.
Additionally, we discussed the use of infiltration, a team of specialists who can unlock doors, hack terminals, allowing for easier passage. Air support was also considered. In situations like this, having someone friendly in the sky would certainly help.
And last, but definitely not least, having reliable mission support would greatly improve our odds. After all, effective coordination is the key to success.
But like I said, we ain't got the capacity to do a good job of all those things ourselves. We need help.
Makes sense.
Thankfully, since the gunners first invaded, we've kept in close contact with our allies. And they've already agreed to help us however they can.
Keep in mind, we don't have enough allies to fill every role. You'll have to prioritize as well as decide which group is best suited to each task.
From the strike team to mission support, each task requires singular focus. So ideally, that means one group assigned to each role. Otherwise, performance is gonna suffer. Not to mention, some of our allies may lack the manpower to handle more than one thing. So just try to avoid any double dipping, okay?
Let's get started then.
We made contact with our allies before you arrived. They'll be sending representatives. I imagine they'll be arriving here soon.
Until then, the HQ's on temporary lockdown.
After the meeting, take some time to prep yourself. Maybe gather any gear you'll need for the assault. You might even be able to sneak in a nap if you need it. Once you're ready, just take your seat at the table. And as soon as our allies get here, I'll send them up to the meeting room.
All right, everyone. We can do this. I got faith in each and every one of you. Even Aiden. Let's do this. For the Commonwealth. And for everyone else as well.
Ah, human. So happy to see you.
Hey, Chief. It's time. Everyone who's gonna show has arrived.
Be nice to have more, but it's better than nothing.
Everyone here has agreed to assist with the battle. Although, some with a caveat or two.
The Nightingales are here to help, but will decline any role that requires excessive bloodshed. We are, after all, physicians, not soldiers.
NLTC won't be doing anything direct, but it's why I'm here. They're offering to subcontract my company to you. Hell, my boys and I are always up for a good war. It's gonna run you 10,000 caps, though. The princess authorized a discount, too. Lucky you.
Fine. Here's your caps.
Well, with all that out of the way, let's get to it, shall we?
Everyone who's gonna show is here. We're ready to do this.
I have full confidence in the abilities of everyone here.
I'm sure everyone already knows that. After all, you're the reason they're here.
There's no need for further discussion. Everyone here knows the plan, and what's at stake. It's time to decide each group's role in the assault. Remember, not every group is well suited to each task, and some groups lack the size to accept more than one role. So choose wisely. All right, First up, who here should lead our strike team? Very well. From who we have available, I'll pick who I think would do a decent job for each role.
With everyone aware of their duties, before leaving, I'll ensure they have all that's needed to perform their roles as effectively as possible.
Say, now that we got a strike team picked, we're gonna need to get things prepped for him. I think we'll need your help on this one, Chief. Me, Aiden, and Sal will wait outside. Come find us as soon as you're ready.
In the meantime, the rest of us will continue repairing the comm array, recovering more of Magnuson's message, and attempting to re-establish contact with the doctor.
All right then. We all know what we're doing. Good luck, everyone.
バニラの4派閥は、この後、プロジェクトバーキュリーをやる予定だったので、バニラのメインストーリーを全然進めていなかったので絡んできませんでしたね。ティーザー動画では、大活躍しているように見えましたが。あと、シックルは声だけ聞こえましたが、会議室には入れてもらえなかったのかな。
So, what's our situation?
I think it's safe to assume each team is busy making preparation for the attack. Well, apart from the infiltration team. They left for Quincy a few minutes ago.
Speaking of preparation, we still need to secure locations for the strike team's diversion.
I've been thinking about that. There's an old military checkpoint just down the road from Quincy. Last I heard, it was under gunner control. If we took it, not only would it draw the gunner's attention, but it offers an ideal launching point for the strike team.
What do you say, Chief? Ready to lead some troops to secure the checkpoint?
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
The military checkpoint's a solid option, but we still require a secondary location to observe the gunner's response to the strike team's efforts.
What about Hyde Park? If you don't mind getting your boots a little wet, it'll give us a good vantage point, and it's got some decent cover.
And that's what we'll do. Chief, you'll need to lead a squad to capture the South Boston military checkpoint, and then double back to secure Hyde Park before returning to HQ. Once you've done that, we can begin the assault on Quincy.
You can trust me with this. I'll get it done.
We know that. After all, you're our chief.
We've set up a command table that you can use to organize the troops.
While you're busy out in the field, we'll get everything ready here. Good luck, Chief.
Don't leave anything behind that might be useful.
South Boston checkpoint is under our control. Leave behind a detachment of troops and proceed to Hyde Park. Over and out.
この辺は居住地化したこと何回もあるけど、屋根の上にこんな銃とかあったかな。
So where are we off to next?
手榴弾投げまくったから、味方も3人犠牲になったね。
With Hyde Park secured, we can monitor the strike team and receive live reports on their progress. Return to headquarters. It's time to take Quincy.
いよいよ最終決戦ですね。次回、多分最終回です。お楽しみに。ギャー。12000行も翻訳しないといけないよ。アメリカライジング2。1は PS4 でやったような記憶が。
Il y a un truc qui cloche si j'aime pas ça.
Take him down. My mom would have loved this weapon.
Let me know if you want help with that lock.
Excuse me.
You'd better have a damn good reason for being here. Are you lost or something?
Just looking for love, sweetheart.
Funny. Levity's in short supply around here.
What are you doing here?
A spatula went missing from my kitchen drawer. I've been looking everywhere for it.
Are you okay?
I've got a couple split ends and haven't rebalanced my stock portfolio in a while. But other than that, I'm dandy.
How did you end up in there?
If I told you, you'd think I was crazy. Then again, you are standing in front of a naked woman locked in an abandoned insane asylum, so yeah.
Hey, I'm on your side. I just need you to tell me the truth.
Fine, I'll tell you. But don't say I didn't warn you. My name is Valkyrie. I was kidnapped in the year 2075 and brought here to serve as Jack Cabot's guinea pig.
ああ、プロジェクトバーキュリーの動画はボツになりそうだな。多分、クリスマス頃にはフォールアウトロンドンが来るから。いつも高評価、そして、チャンネル登録ありがとうございます。とても励みになっております。いやー、モッドって本当にいいものですね。最後までご視聴ありがとうございました。